Hi, I'm Bob McCluskey. People often ask me in my computer classes whether it's possible to create uh, two accounts on an IBM computer so that two different people can feel as if they're each using his or her own computer. And that is, in fact, possible, and that's what we're going to talk about here this evening. In fact, it can be quite useful to do that. For example, if you have your grandchildren coming over and you would like to set up your computer so they can't modify or do anything to the screen that you use, to your web browser, to your files, you might want to have a virtual machine set up just for them to use. Or maybe you have other family members or just a husband and wife who would find it useful to have their own uh, customized windows, their own lists of favorites, and so forth on Internet Explorer, and their own set of folders. You can share files and folders with others, so having the two separate virtual machines doesn't prevent that. And then finally, you can appoint one person to be the administrator who takes care of the permissions and security on the computer, and that can be very helpful. So that's what we're going to talk about now. And we're going to start out with just a desktop, a Windows desktop, and we're going to go to the Start button and press it. And then we're going to go up here and open up the Control Panel. So I'm going to click on the Control Panel, and I will see that one of my options on the Control Panel is User Accounts. I'm going to select that option and click on it, and that's going to open the User Accounts window, and I'm going to select the option for creating a new account and click on that. Now I need to name my new account, so just for the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to call it Grandkids. I'm going to go down here and click on the next button, and it's going to ask me if I want to make this user a computer administrator or a limited user, and I'm going to select a limited user. I'm going to go back down here and finish by clicking on the Create Account button. And now you'll see that I do indeed have another account. Now I have my administrator account, which I had to begin with, a guest account, and I have a grandkids account. So I'm going to demonstrate that by closing these windows, clicking on the X's in the upper right hand corner as we usually do to close a window. And I'm going to go back down to my Start button, and I'm going to click on it again. And this time I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to get this new programs installed out of the way. I'm going to go over here to Log Off, and I'm going to click on Log Off. And you'll notice that it gives me a window up here that says Switch User or Log Off. For this particular demonstration, I'm going to switch user. And you'll see here that I have an account called Mr. Administrator, and I have another one called Grandkids. So I'm going to go to the Grandkids account and click on that, and it's going to open up a whole new virtual computer that we can set up any way we want. Now we see that whereas before, when we were logged in as Mr. Administrator, we had a plain blue desktop background. Now we have one that is a very scenic one. I'm going to change that background by right-clicking on it, which will open a window for which one of the options is Properties. And this is referring to my desktop properties. I'm going to click on that, and it's going to open up another window called Display Properties. And I'm going to move over here and select the Desktop tab, click on that, and I'm going to move down here, and I'm going to choose a new background. I can use any one. I'm just going to use the top one called Ascent. And you'll notice up here that it changes the picture from the field and sky background to a picture with a moon and a hill. And I'm going to go ahead and say OK. And it is going to change my desktop so that it has that picture on it. And now, just to demonstrate some other changes, I'm going to move down here and click on the Start button again. And I'm going to click on All Programs. And I'm going to pull one of our program icons out on the desktop, which will create a shortcut to that icon. And I'm just going to pick one at random to demonstrate the use of two separate computers here. I'm going to select Outlook Express. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to drag it over here to my desktop, and I'm going to turn loose of it, and you will see that it has a shortcut now to Outlook Express. So we've made two changes on this desktop, which is logged in as grandchildren, and I'm going to go back and show you that the administrator is sitting patiently waiting in another virtual computer. So once again, we're going to click on the Start button, go to Log Off, click on that, go up here to Switch User, click on that. Again, it will give us the option of grandkids or Mr. Administrator. I'm going to select Mr. Administrator this time. And there we are. I have the administrator desktop just the way I left it. One more time as a demonstration, I'm going to click on the Start button, go to Log Off. I'm going to Switch Users, select Grandkids, and I will have the grandkids desk. And the grandkids or whoever's using this machine can do anything they want to it, and it won't affect the administrator computer in any way whatsoever. So just to finish up, I'm going to go back to Mr. Administrator and say that I hope this has been very helpful to you, and that you will try this out. You have nothing to lose, and it can come in very handy for you sometimes. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to contact me.